What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Wellness Warriors. My name is Dylan. I'm one half of the Wellness Warriors. The other half is my good buddy Alan. He's in California. I'm here in Texas. And our goal is to help you improve your health, lose belly fat, and gain confidence in your life. Alan and I are both personal trainers. We both own our own gyms. So we train people all day long of all different ages and backgrounds in order to do just that. We've not only changed our own health, our own body, and our own lives, but we've done it for hundreds of people as well. So we know what we're talking about and we're here to help you. So welcome to this video. Welcome to our channel. This is a safe space. We're going to give you information, coaching, and accountability so that you can gain confidence in yourself and create that body and that dream life that you want. So body confidence is something that we all want, and it's not so black and white. You might see someone who's in very good shape and think, oh, they're just super confident themselves, but that might not be the case. So how do we gain body confidence? This is something that's really important to me because I was someone that was never truly happy with how I looked until I was about 18. You know, the middle school, high school years, I just felt kind of awkward, had a little like chunkiness, a little chubbiness. You know, I wasn't like obese, but definitely a little chubby. Remember the locker room was really hard, like being at the pool and the beach was really hard, all that kind of stuff. It always kind of affected my confidence for sure. And it wasn't until I really learned how to get in shape, how to work out, how to eat right, how to make lasting changes, did my life truly start to change. And I'm blessed because that led me down this path, this career where I help other people do that. And it's so rewarding and I feel so grateful. In addition to our gyms, Alan and I have a free PDF resource that we're willing to send to you, which is filled with exercise information, nutrition information, fasting protocols. If you want that free PDF to kind of get you started in your fitness journey, just comment down below, free PDF. Like I was saying, I was not always super confident in my body and how I looked and how I felt. I remember high school was really hard because there's just times where I felt like I just felt pudgy and like chunky, and it felt like everyone else was just jacked and shredded. Not the case, but in your head, you're just like, oh my God, everyone else just has it figured out and I don't. Why can't I get the body I want, get the confidence I want? And one moment that was 3 moments, it was really hard was, I remember throughout high school, there was 3 different times where I liked a girl and had a crush on a girl. And, we kind of friendly, like kind of talking, like we're in each other's worlds, talking, interacting to some degree. And those 3 girls all ended up dating or going to a dance or getting with a friend of mine instead. And that freaking sucks, man. That sucks. I know there's bigger problems in the world, but when you're 16, 17, that's like the biggest thing going on. And that freaking sucked when that happened. And it's no bad blood. It's no beef. Like I never, took action and tried to pursue the girl. I was just too shy, didn't have confidence, didn't like how I looked. No beef. It's no one's fault. It's my own fault really for not stepping up and, pursuing and like trying to make something happen. But every time that happened, me in my head went to, well, he's better looking than me. That's why. Oh, he's got abs. He's got broader shoulders. He's leaner jaw. Like that's why she went for him and not me. Which is probably not rational because there's so many things that affect why people want to be with each other. But again, that's just where my head went, and it sucks. It freaking sucked. But all that stuff was kind of the catalyst to me starting to work out in high school, trying to understand how to train, how to eat right, how to actually make these lasting changes to a point now where I have supreme body confidence. I love how I look, how I feel, and it's time to share it. It's time to give it back and help the next person. So if you want to truly change your body and gain self-confidence, you have to actually make changes and physically change your body. You can't just mentally psych yourself up and say, oh, I feel confident in my body, and not take any action and just think that you take your shirt off the beach, you're going to like having love handles. You're going to like having a double chin. There's no way you can psych yourself up to feel confident like that. So you need to actually do the work because confidence comes through success. You have to actually make changes and do the thing in order to feel confident. So the best way to start is to just try to eliminate processed food from your diet and eat 90% or more real single ingredient foods. So try to eat as much fruits, vegetables, lean meats, chicken, fish, steak, beef, turkey, fruits, apples, bananas, pears, berries, veggies, spinach, Brussels sprouts, broccoli, all the stuff that You know about these foods. You see them at the grocery store. You probably eat them to some degree, but making that the majority of your diet. Just really good meats, fruits, vegetables, I'd say. That should be like 90% of your diet. You're going to see these kind of foods heal your body. They help your digestive system. They help your hormones, your energy, and you're going to be so much better off. You're going to start to see the body fat and the belly fat just kind of fall off. The processed food is all this stuff that's basically in like the middle aisles of the grocery store, all the really packaged stuff. So think about like cereals, crackers, a lot of sandwich meats, a lot of deli meats, a lot of sauces, a lot of dairy. All these foods are going against your body. They're basically poison for your body because there's so many fake sugars, preservatives. Your body's constantly having to fight to get it out, that it can't spend time actually growing and losing belly fat and adding muscle like we want. Same goes for alcohol too. Ingesting alcohol, your body's just kind of fighting and fighting that it can't actually work on the other processes that we want. After you've eliminated processed foods almost entirely and you're eating real foods, follow a fasting protocol. We have our clients, and we ourselves as well, try to follow a 16-hour daily fast. So that means take a 24-hour day, you're fasting for 16 hours, and you eat in an 8-hour window. So for me, that normally looks like 1 p.m. to 9 p.m. That's when I eat my food. 9 p.m. to 1 the next day, I don't ingest any calories at all. Fasting is great because you're just less likely to eat food. If you're shrinking it into a window, you're less likely to overeat and binge eat and eat more calories. So there's that fact. Also, it helps to feel really full because again, you're kind of cramming your food in a smaller window so you feel more full. So it doesn't feel like you're really dieting. But also when you're fasting, there's a lot of cool processes going on behind the scenes. Like when you're fasting, because you're not eating food, insulin is down, right? You don't need insulin. But growth hormone is going to inversely spike up. Growth hormone is responsible for fat loss, for muscle gain. All these cool things are kind of happening while you're not busy digesting, that your body can, get rid of bad cells. It can take care of body fat. It can increase growth hormone, like I said. So it's pretty cool what fasting can do. I mean, I've stumbled upon it like in college, just kind of randomly. And I look back, I'm like, wow, for the last 10 years, that's kind of been the majority of my life has been fasting. And it works. It definitely works. So after you are eating mostly single ingredient foods and you're following a fasting protocol, you need to strength train. You need to get in the gym and strength train. You need to lift weights. You need to get stronger. This is how you're going to add lean muscle mass. Having more lean muscle mass is going to increase your metabolism. So when you say your metabolism, there's a lot of factors that affect it, like your age, your gender, your activity level. All these things kind of affect your metabolism, how many calories your body burns just by existence. Having more muscle mass means your body needs more calories. It's going to burn more calories to fuel that muscle. So the more muscle you have, the more food you can get away with eating. So we always encourage our clients to strength train. That's what we do with them. The majority of the training with our clients here is strength training to get, like I said, a more lean muscle mass, increase in metabolism. It's just a great way to lose belly fat too, because you're actually burning a lot more calories than you realize when you're strength training. It's called excess post-exercise oxygen consumption, EPOC. Don't have to worry about that, but basically your body's going to burn a lot of calories after the fact as opposed to cardio training, which is a little more during the exercise. Cardio is great. We think it's just part of a healthy lifestyle overall. We don't really recommend it for fat loss necessarily, besides just simply moving around and walking at least 10,000 steps a day. But if you strength train, walk 10,000 steps a day, strength train 2-3 times a week, you're going to be in a great place. You're going to be in a great place to lose that belly fat, gain that confidence, improve your health, and just feel good about yourself. So these are all things that I've been doing consistently in my life for the last 10 plus years or so. Like I said, eating almost real food all the time, trying to fast 16 hours a day, strength training. Last 10 years, I basically have never missed a week of doing all those three things. Yes, there's some days where I'm busy or I'm sick, you're traveling. I'm not perfect. I was at a wedding a few days ago and I had some cake, but that was 1% of my food that week. The rest of the week, I was all dialed in and I'm still on my way to building the life that I want. So that's how I built confidence, self-confidence in my body. And I know that you can do the same too, because I was no better off than you. I didn't have, a coach or a personal trainer. I didn't have someone telling me all this information. I didn't have, this huge budget to buy all the best groceries and supplements. I was 17. You start with where you're at, you take imperfect action, and you snowball and you get better and better. I started by just asking my mom if she could show me how to make eggs, show me how to cook chicken. She could buy certain food, buy these veggies, little steps like that. I asked my friend to start working out at the gym. We started working out twice a week after school for an hour, and then we bumped up to 3 times and 4 times, and then we just came hooked and obsessed. Fasting, I tried it once. I loved it, and I kept going. You just got to start. You just got to take imperfect action and just start. And once you start to see that success, you'll be addicted and you won't want to stop. So like I said, if you want to feel confident in your body, you have to actually make changes to your body. Confidence comes from success. You have to have evidence to point to and say, wow, I changed my body, I did that, I feel pretty good about myself. That's how you get that body self-confidence. We have a Wellness Warriors online community called the Go Wellness Warriors online community. This is a place for people just like you, where we are asking questions, sharing successes, we're feeling each other's struggles, saying, I'm having a hard time eating clean, I'm having a hard time getting to the gym. We have a weekly live stream with Alan and I. We're getting a 1 hour one-on-one time with coaches. Like I said, we've trained hundreds of people that have seen success as well as in our own lives. You can ask us any questions about nutrition, exercise, fasting. We are there with you to help you build that self-confidence that you want to improve your health. We have a training program on there. We have a nutrition guide. We have grocery lists. We have meal recipes. We're giving you all these resources to be successful, but the main thing that we're giving you is accountability. That's what you need. You've tried eating healthy. You've tried going to the gym. You've done these things for maybe a few days or weeks or even months, and then you stop. You stop because you lose that drive. You don't have anybody keeping you on that path. You don't have a coach. You don't have someone there to keep you accountable, because we know what works. I don't think I blew your mind talking about eating real food, working out in the gym, fasting. I don't think that was really shocking information. You know what you have to do. You just need someone to help you do that and help you on that path. So the Go Wellness Warriors online community is what's right for you. If you want to join that community, just comment down below, Go Wellness Warriors, and we're happy to send you the checkout page on how to join that. Thanks for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I hope you guys have a great day.